are not just healers, they are the champions of health, and they exemplify this in their tireless dedication and compassion. Hello and welcome to this brand new episode of Newsmakers. And this is a very special episode because we are celebrating International Women's Day. At Newsmakers, you know, we get you those stories which are inspirational and absolutely they change your life. Because at Newsmakers, we aspire to inspire you. And my dear lovely audience, I would like to tell you here that I am sharing stage with India's bestest doctors. Not just one, we've got 4 amazing female doctors who are reforming so many people and their lives. So I would not take time. I know you will be so excited to meet all of them. I would like to start with the first female doctor here, who is the senior consultant. She's the cardiac electrophysiologist and she's an interventional cardiologist, clinical lead, cardiac electrophysiology and CRM, Indraprastha Apollo Hospital. Please allow me to welcome Dr. Vinita Arora on the sets of Newsmakers. A very, very warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Such an honor to have you here. Our next guest is Dr. Parveen Sodhi, and she's the laparoscopic and anorectal surgeon, Indraprastha Hospital. A very warm welcome to you, ma'am. Again, an honor to have such a great person like you with us.
Thank you for having us here, Simran.
It's an absolute honor, ma'am. Now, I would like to take my next guest, Dr. Winnie Kantru. She's the senior consultant respiratory critical care. Again, she's at Indraprastha Hospital. And once again, a very, very warm welcome. And I love the warmth that you're carrying, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Simran, for calling us here.
And now we have got a beautiful smile and amazing doctor. She is a senior consultant again. She is a consultant obstetrician and gynecologist, laparoscopic surgeon and infertility specialist. We have with us Dr. Supreet Kaur Sandhu. A very warm welcome to an amazing smile.
Thank you so much. I'm delighted to be here.
Thank you so much. And I have to tell you, audience, today sharing stage with such amazing doctors, I am absolutely fumbling, but I have this honor that I could have the chance to be talking to each of them. I would like to start with Dr. Vinita. Ma'am, you are an absolute, honor to have you again. I've been just repetitive. I would like to ask you that you are India's first female cardiologist. What inspired you to be in this career?
I'm the India's first cardiac electrophysiologist, not the cardiologist. Dr. Padmavati was the first female cardiologist. I am the cardiac electrophysiologist. I deal with the heartbeats. Okay. This is a subspecialty of cardiology where you deal with heartbeats, faster heartbeats, slower heartbeats, heart failure. So that basically it is current ka locha.
Okay.
So current ka locha of the heart is cardiac electrophysiology, which we deal with. And my inspiration to becoming a doctor has been my mother. Mm-hmm. She has been, she wanted to be a doctor herself, but because of family pressures, she couldn't be. And so she told my father if she has a daughter, and then she would like her to be a doctor. Mm-hmm. So right from the beginning, I knew, I was always told, doctor banna hai, doctor banna hai. So okay, fine, I became a doctor. But rest all of the choices have been of my attitude that you tell me it is not possible, tum nahi kar sakte ho. It is not possible, and I will say I am possible.
Oh wow!
So that's how it became. Whether it was my choice to medicine, because my father wanted me to take gynae. No offense to gynecologists, of course, they are beautiful doctors. But I wanted to go in medicine, so I took medicine. Then after that, it was physician practice versus cardiology. I came to cardiology because my professor, our medical director at Escotts, the Professor M.L. Bhatia, he mesmerized me because he was so much intellectual and wonderful human being. So I took that as the branch. So in cardiology, everybody chooses intervention cardiology. I went into cardiac electrophysiology because you need brain. Your brain to analyze. Each and every case comes to us as a challenge, and analyzing that challenge is what gave me a way to electrophysiology. It's my passion. Actually, I enjoy my work. People say I work too much, but I enjoy my work. I don't think so. I find so much of happiness and passion in anything else than doing a difficult case and coming out victorious. Wonderful. So that's what keeps me going.
Yes, and that's why you are here. You've done so much. You're being the bestest cardio that we have here. And you talk about heartbeats. Can you imagine how much, what
is
thumping
racing.
I
मैं हूँ ना मैं हूँ ना I'm there, don't worry.
Thank you so much. So I would like to go to this pretty smile, doctor. I've been very perpetual telling you that you get that, because I somehow feel that the kind of doctor, like you are a gynae.
Yes, sir.
And when you reach a gynae, all of us have been through this, and of course we are blessed with babies. So here, I would like to start with, first of all, why did you choose to be a gynec, and how do you manage to have this prettiest smile?
Simran, I'll answer the second question first. That's God's grace. That's a God blessing, nothing of me in it. Yes, but being a gynecologist, again, as Dr. Vanita said, so there was this familial thing. My mom and dad wanted me to be a doctor, and my elder brother, he is a doctor, he's a senior consultant diabetologist. So now because he was there, so every younger sibling is having this thing, a competition. कि अगर आप बने तो मैं बनूंगी types.
Okay.
So, but yes, definitely being a gynecologist, there is this certain let me not sound very feminist in that, but most of the females, they are expected to be gynecologists, and that was not the reason why I chose gynecology. It was just the beautiful, the happiest department in the hospital is the gynae ward,
sure.
because the newer lives they are coming, yes. And every now and then that hue and cry, that the baby girl has come and the baby boy has come. So that excited me. That was so much exciting to me. So that's why I chose gynecology. Just those happy vibes.
Wow.
Those happy vibes in the department. Each and every other department, they are like literally they are on to saving the patient and everything. They are having their own demons to fight. Yes, everybody in the hospital. So though there are certain things like that happening at department too, but my basic thing was all these happy vibes. As you say that you are blessed with a baby, congrats and God bless you for that. But just that happy vibe and that feeling of being wholesome when we hand that baby to the mother, oh, that is out of this world. That feeling is out of this world.
I'm sure.
Anything for that thing.
Sure.
I can do anything for that thing.
Wow.
So that's
And
it.
of course, that kind of a vibe, like being a mother, I'm sure you must yourself be feeling, and when you are giving a child to a mother's
Oh,
hand.
that's amazing. And
Yes.
nowadays, so we do have those clicks also, no? At that time,
Yeah.
at that exact time.
Yes.
It's really good. It's really good.
Wow.
It's really,
And that's
really
why you chose to be into
Yes,
gynae.
yes,
And
yes,
here, viewers, you know, and in case those aspiring doctors, if you're wanting to choose gynae, you have to know that it is the happy vibes that we have. Dr. Supreet, she chose to have that.
Thanks.
We are now moving to another very warm person that I see, Dr. Parveen. I would like to ask you, I actually, you know, I have to confess here that for all the doctors, I had to actually make questions and see them and read. So now here, as a senior consultant in laparoscopic and anorectal surgery, now what inspired you to be in this field? This is something very different.
So first a little thing why I became a doctor. You know, my grandfather, he was a veterinary surgeon in the armed forces. Then all his sons, including my dad, they joined the armed forces, but nobody joined the medicine. My dad has this dream of me being a doctor. I fulfilled that. And during our MBBS, in third year, we are taken to different departments for postings. And the day I entered the operating theatre, I remember a hernia surgery was going on, and I decided this is what I have to do. The first time I stepped foot in the OT and I was like, this OR, I am going to be a surgeon. That's when I decided. And once I did my master's in surgery, then when I was in my training, I realized that many ladies, you know, surgery is a male dominated branch. So I found that over a period of about 12 years in my practice that, you know, ladies have anorectal problems. They have been hiding them because they are embarrassed to talk to somebody. And I realized the pain in them, it would be years before they would meet, you know, say meet me or somebody else. And that is how I gravitated towards anorectal surgery. You know, I really want to help ladies. I don't miss out an opportunity where I can counsel them, where I can teach them preventive measures, you know, and early detection of anorectal problems. And I'm all ears for them. That's how it happened, anorectal surgery and laparoscopic surgery.
That's wonderful. So here again we see that, you know, your father inspired you to be into this profession, and you know, you chose to be in this field, which I feel somehow not all doctors like very readily be going for it. But then of course, as a woman, you're here to reform other women, and thank you that we could have you here. Now I would like to go to another very warm and a beautiful smile. I would like to ask you, Dr. Winnie, what are the unique challenges of you being into this industry? You must have faced your challenges coming here as a senior consultant again into this respiratory field. We would like to know how has been your journey all through. What made you to become a doctor and reach here?
Well, thanks Simran for asking that very good question. So what made me to come into medicine was my father. As Dr. Vanita said, it was her mother. Here it was my father. He wanted to be a doctor, but unfortunately due to some reason he couldn't be a doctor. So my mother and my father, they saw in me that I could study well, I was doing well in my grades and everything, blah blah blah. They said, you're the one who's going to be a doctor. So this was the kind of expectation frame which you are put into, and then you kind of try and you follow their footstep, your parents, whatever they good values they have instilled in you. So I carried that forward, and I chose to be a doctor. Now why I went into critical care and respiratory system was, we get very very sick patients, and the joy of getting a very sick patient out of that condition, to get them into a position so that they are able to go home walking, so that is out of this world. So I wanted to do something which is very very unconventional, rather than conventionally being into the branches which are kind of tagged with females. So this is why I chose my field, and I absolutely love my field, dealing with very very sick patients, how I should be taking my next step, how can I help them come out of that situation. So that is one thing. Regarding the second question, the challenges, there have been innumerable number of challenges, including that in my childhood I had to leave my house. So 1990 whatever, everybody now knows that there was the exodus of Kashmiri Pandits which happened in 1990. So only legacy which I carried from my home, my own home, which is still existing in Anantnag district in Kashmir, which is the southernmost part of Kashmir, which was kind of infested with militancy and terrorist infested. So the only thing I which carried on my back was the bag which carried my books. So that has been my legacy all throughout. So that was the first challenge. I lost my childhood. You can say that I lost my childhood friends, who are your shoulder to look up to, and go up to and cry on. I have done that very early in my childhood. So getting on to the challenge of coming on to a completely different environment, from a cold region to a hot region, was kind of very very distressing. So I used to study in a room which didn't even have a fan, and it was 3rd floor. It was the top floor, and I still remember I used to sweat out, but still used to keep reading. So that used to inspire me, I should do better. So slowly and slowly I started doing better in studies. This kind of compensated my parents, who lost everything to that trauma. So it became an inspiration in itself. So that was the first challenge which moved me further in my life. And I have had certain situations in life where I have had very lows. When I lost my first child, that was a situation when I was lowest in my life. But to come out of that situation victorious, so that makes me what I am today.
I would just like to say that your story is absolutely inspirational, and I would like to tell you that literally my heart is thumping now, Dr. Vinita. I would like to say you have absolutely told us something which not everybody would be so vocal about, in front of the camera. You've really been through a lot. You're coming out from such a phase, and you're still wanting to save lives. This is the beauty of being a woman. Literally you saw so much, and you're here. You would not want anybody else to see the same thing. And I would just like to say that women power is just amazing. I'm delighted to be sharing stage. And here once again, audience, I would like to say that here when I've been talking to all the doctors, one thing is prime and very important. Our parents have been instilling force in this, and all the doctors have just not told me that it is either because of my father or my mother. This was right from the beginning. So these are the teachings that we get from our parents. Now coming back to Dr. Vinita, I would like to hear, you have such a charismatic personality. The kind of aura that you carry, it is supreme. Now with this, I would like to ask you, you are in a field, you are a female doctor, you're the first female doctor, physiologist. So I would like to know, you must have also seen this male domination, because women, I'm sure they do see that. So what was your take? How have you seen that?
Well, male domination has been always there in our profession. Cardiology is a male dominated field, and electrophysiologist, I'm telling you, I'm the first female. That means prior to me all were males. Even today, there are hardly 4 or 5 females which are in this branch. This branch is very demanding. We have long working hours. Our cases go very long. I finished my case at 10 p.m. yesterday. So that takes a lot of toll on you, on your mental health, on your physical health, and on your personal, yeah, I mean your ties, your family, everything comes on a back seat. Yeah, probably that is the reason that I'm single today. Because there is no time for family, I just cannot find out time for that. And I'm not saying it's been a right choice. Please don't take me that I'm saying if you have to be a career woman, you have to be single. No, not at all. Look at these 2 fantastic females, how they have balanced the work family thing. I think they are more braver than me. And but yes, at every point of time I had to work 3 times more harder to prove myself, to the people, because you all have a struggling time. Now I don't need that, because my struggle is it's still going on, but it's a different way altogether. But when I was struggling, as a resident, as a junior consultant, as I have to be taken seriously for my career, I had to struggle 3 times more than my male colleagues. They would get everything like this, but I had to work harder, more long hours, and to prove myself. I would get comments like, I cleared my exam for my cardiology practice in the first attempt. Others could not, males could not do it. They got second or third attempt. So instead of saying, yes, you worked hard, you have brain, I got to hear, you must have charmed the examiners. Now, what is that?
My God. Okay.
Right? So, it's like, have been hearing such comments. Initially, I used to take them, just ignore them. Now, sometimes I give it back. So, I think I can do that now. I have the right, I have proven myself.
Exactly.
So, the struggles still go on. I don't think so it will ever, it was, I think, before this show we were just discussing, as Parveen, Vinny and Supreet, we all were discussing that we should stop asking for equal rights. We are anyway better in all the fields.
Yes.
So, we should say, why should we be compared to people inferior to us? We should have our own standards. Yes. It's like, why be like this, why like that man, why can't I be first Vinita?
Yes. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And what a great message. I'm sure all the audience, all my women friends, if you're watching this is a wonderful message. Be you. Please do not try to copy anyone, and please, you are no less. Here, this is on this show, we are trying to instill into everyone, just be you. So coming back to this beautiful smile, Dr. Supreeta, I would like to know here, now here we're talking about women, and of course there are times that there are parents who are just coming, maybe they have those little girl coming into their lives, but they aren't very happy. You must have faced this also, that there is some kind of, this shallow thing, oh, beti ho gayi hai. So, how have you taken this? What is your perception?
Simran, I'll tell you one thing, and I'm so happy to share this now. Nowadays, the things are changing, and they are changing for good.
Yes, of course.
They are
I'd be
changing.
so happy to have a girl child.
Yes.
Yes.
Blessed.
Yes.
So nowadays, the things they are changing, and they're changing for good. Not that many, like literally, in very rarity. I think so. It also depends, because in the hospital which we are practicing, it's Indraprastha Apollo. So we do get, there's a good mentality people, and there is a good cadre. So generally seeing the mentality of the people, they are changing. That girl child is not that taboo anymore. So yes, if we are comparing something 15 years back or 20 years back, yeah, that time it was what it was. But nowadays the things, they have changed And the one of the most important things is because the infertility is rising. So
Exactly.
child coming is the most important thing. A girl child or a
Doesn't-
male child doesn't matter. It's a
Yes.
child. A child is very precious. Each and every child is very precious nowadays. So whatever is coming, it's every person, every family, every couple is taking it as a blessing.
True. That.
So that thing is surely changing. It's
Absolutely.
really good to know that, and it was really good to see those vibes. And nowadays, so I have very many families I've seen that they are so happy with a girl child.
Yes.
They're very happy with a girl child.
Yes. Yes.
There
So
was this
good to
one
hear.
family. They got this. They had son. Yes.
Okay.
So the female kept on asking, "Are you sure? Please check it again. Are you sure? The baby is there in front of you. Yeah, are you sure? Please check it again. It's a son. It's not a girl." So they were preparing for a girl, and the boy came. So that was the only time. It's the other way around now.
Oh wow.
So this is what. So this is what it is. Maybe because of the better opportunities and the girls again. This all of these things, all of this scenario that boils down to one single thing again. That, as Dr. Vinita said, there is no hue and cry for making yourself equal or equality or this and that. The girls, they are proving themselves. That's it. It's as simple as that. The girls, they are proving themselves. They are there, and they are, those torch bearers for everything
Yes.
in every field. So why not? If you're not taken as a burden, then why not?
Yes.
So I think so. This is not just the generation or the mentality which has changed. It is the girls and the females. They are proving themselves.
Yes.
They're proving themselves day in and day out.
Wonderful.
So that's why the whole scenario has changed now.
Yes.
It's just not. Let us just think outside the box. Let us not just be concentrated in that one OT room or that one delivery room, and that the baby coming out and the male and the female and the happiness that they are getting. It's the whole scenario around which is affecting that emotion. So everybody is like, there is nothing.
Wow.
If it is, it may be persisting in certain strata of,
Rural areas,
but
yes.
no.
Yes.
Generalized outlook, it has changed.
Wonderful, and such a great news for us, because
Yes, it is.
for years that we've been watching Are Beti Ho Gayi, and this thing, this was always heard, and we really felt bad about it. I am blessed to have a girl child, and I really take pride in this, that I have a girl, and we both make such great friends also. And more of it, thank you so much for telling in. The world should know that girls are the bestest. We've got so much of girl power here today, and I could see that kind of friendship all four of you have. I could see that behind the stage also. What great chemistry all of you have. Now I would like to talk about this question. Besides from what you do as a profession, now having all the women workers together, how does it feel? Does it feel powerful?
Immensely, Simran. There was a time when I used to be the only one in my department as a lady, completely all males, and I used to be the only one. So definitely when we used to go out for parties, guys would have their own talk, I would feel a bit left out. But now in Apollo itself, in our department, we have a lot of ladies, Department of Surgery, it's changing. And on the whole, as professions, I have seen ladies, we gel so well. You find ladies, like-minded people like you, like four of us, we are chums.
Yes.
And you find that power in each other. There are times when I would be low. There are times when my friend would be low, and we are all there to uplift the other person.
Yes.
So, we get together, we try to get together for a cup of coffee every day during our working hours, and that lifts us. It's like we could be tired physically, mentally, emotionally for some reason, but those 10 minutes of coffee in our barista in the hospital, it picks us up.
Yes. Yes.
So you don't even have to rant out your problems, it's just being together.
Yes.
It gives you that kick.
And I could feel that the moment you all four entered, I could feel that energy. I was just being very, very, thinking, oh, all the doctors are coming. But then I just saw they're just not being doctors, they're friends. And that's very important, that women bonding, that shows. And I'm so happy to be hearing this, because there are times we've also been told कि औरत ही औरत की दुश्मन होती है. And these kind of, lines, there are times when you hear such words, but wherein I feel I've really dealt with it, that I've got such strong friends. I go back home and I went out. this happened, that happened. I really feel, and I want to tell all of you that may you all be like this forever and ever. Now coming back to this, to you, Dr. Winnie, you've had, like you told me, that the kind of childhood that you've been through, and then you also lost your child. I'm sorry that I'm repeating this, not to make you feel bad, but then of course you've dealt with so much of pain. Now here you're also dealing with people who are in pain now. This kind of a balance of you maintaining yourself as a woman, because there are times that you seeing people, they're losing lives and you want to save them. How does it feel? How do you manage that?
So there was a time during that period of mine that I left work for about a year. The reason was I couldn't hear the sound of the ventilators because my child was on ventilator. So I gave myself that time to get get kind of healed and process the information, and then come back and bounce back. So whenever such a situation comes in front of me, I deal it with absolute calm now, because I am in kind of at peace with myself. So that point of time I used to sing also. And after that, for many years I couldn't sing. My voice wouldn't come out of my throat because it was just choking. But recently I've had my voice back. So it is all inside you. You can all do it. We have that power. It's not about women or men. Anybody who has had a traumatic childhood, a traumatic life experience, any kind of trauma in itself, they can heal themselves. So this is the possibility which you can create inside of yourself, and look at life in a very positive way. It's not that negative things have happened to you, so you should be looking at life with the negative attitude. With your positive attitude, with your possibilities, there are immense possibilities of healing everything.
Wow.
So that is how slowly and slowly you can do it. And now if such a situation comes in front of me, that I am dealing with very, very distressing situation wherein a patient is lying unfortunately on a deathbed, but I try and explain it to the family in very, very clear words, which sometimes is taken in a negative sense also by some of the relatives of the patients. But I never keep anything under wraps. So that is how you build a very good rapport with your patients and their relatives. So being honest, being clear in your thoughts, conversing with them, counseling them in the proper way, they come out of that situation.
Yes, I totally agree. So there was a time when I was told that your mother is having a 4th stage cancer and she doesn't have less than 2 months she'll be in. And I was literally fighting with the doctor that what are you talking? Please talk sense. And I can also now understand that what things you may be going through while you have to tell that your patient is not going to be alive anymore. This is, I'm sure, very painful, and I totally empathize with your condition. Being a doctor and being such a strong woman, I would just want to give you a hug once we are done with this. So I would want to come back to Dr. Vinita, and a very quick one here. I would like you to give us that advice. Like, you are a cardiologist, you are an electrophysiologist. I would like to know here that what all women can take care of, and like, I don't want them to reach you. And to save yourself first, and of course you are there to save them later. So any kind of tip that you would like to give them?
Well, I want to say that you are the backbone of the family. A woman has to understand she is the backbone of the family.
Indeed.
She cannot keep her health as a secondary thing.
Exactly.
The health of your, you see, Allah से हम मांगते हैं, भगवान से जब हम मांगते हैं तो हम मांगते हैं कि हमें सेहत दो, खुशी दो, पैसा तो कमा ही लेंगे, राइट? सो ये चीज़ के लिए जो सेहत है सबसे पहले आती है. सो योर हेल्थ कम्स फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट. इफ यू आर हेल्दी, द वुमन ऑफ द फैमिली इज हेल्दी, शी कैन टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीबडी. If she falls sick, there is nobody to take care of her, because whatever best they may try, the males in the family or anybody else may try, they cannot do as good as the women in the family can do. So she is the backbone. So they have to take care of their health. Yes. And what I would say is health checkup. Initially we used to say 50 plus pe kare, no, 30 plus pe. You touch 30, start doing your health checkup. Take health checkup every year, and in case there is a problem, let us deal with it today rather than wait for complications to occur and do it later on. We start regretting why didn't we do it before. So that's my message to them. They have to take care of their health.
Wonderful, ma'am. Yeah. This is really a need of the hour that all of us should take care of our health. Like you said that we are the backbone of the family. Now coming to Dr. Supreeta, I would like to know here that what do you think that those diets that women are taking, there are a lot of infertility also happening. Does that, is there a connect between it? Or of course we should take care of our health, eat good and everything. Please tell us how can we take care of our health? What kind of a diet, or maybe what is your suggestion?
Sweets, anything starts with a thing which you're putting in, yes?
Yes.
If you're taking your body as an engine, the fuel which goes in,
Yes.
that will decide how your engine is going to work.
Correct.
It's as simple as it's the
Yes.
simplest words.
Mhm.
Dealing with the infertility, it's a huge, it's a topic.
Mhm.
So the gist of the story is that take care of yourself, as
Mhm.
Dr. Vanita said. You have to be, you cannot, even for a single second, you cannot take yourself for granted.
Yes.
You are the backbone of your family, you're the foundation of your family. First understand that. My cup runneth over. This is what it says, yes? Bible says that. So that means you have to take care of yourself first.
Yes.
When you are 110% good in yourself, then you will be understanding what everybody else is requiring and what their requirement is.
Mhm.
Coming back to the women's health, start with yourself, be aware of your body. And if you think, there are so very many times, Sweets, that the people, females, they don't even talk about the problem they are facing with themselves,
Mhm.
let alone going to a clinic or some family member. They are not going to tell that at all.
Mhm.
So this is again, this is the need of the hour, that you be aware about your body.
Mhm.
If you are thinking, that starts with everywhere, with your reproductive health, with your breast,
Mhm.
from head to toe.
Mhm.
You just be aware of your body. If you don't know anything, if you are in dark, then you will be afraid of it.
Mhm.
If you know, you study, you know what you are looking at, then you know what to do. It's as simple as that.
Mhm.
Please come to the professionals. We are the professionals. Please step out of your home or your office. You're doing 72 hours job. You are doing endless working hours. Just take 2 minutes for yourselves. Take professional advice.
Mhm.
Talk your problems out
Mhm.
and do as the doctor says.
Mhm.
Prevention is always better than cure. I'm not saying that, as she said, that you wait for something to become complicated and then you come. Please
Correct.
don't.
Yes.
Health checks are there.
Mhm.
In Apollo, we are doing, there is this one specific department which is dedicated to health check. It's AHC, it's Apollo Health Check.
Okay.
And we are having hundreds and hundreds of health checks each and every day. Why not?
Mhm.
So, in this century, I think so, Sweets, saying that on this basic note, that how to take care of yourself, I think so, each and everybody, even a small child is having that smartphone and they
Mhm.
can Google everything.
Correct.
And if at this time the female is not taking care of themselves, that is something which is, you have to start from the basics.
True.
Kindly take care of yourself.
Well said, ma'am.
ये
Absolutely.
इस सेंचुरी में we cannot, like,
Mhm.
this cannot, you नज़रअंदाज नहीं कर सकते.
Yes, we should
Please
go
don't.
to the expert, and a regular checkup
Professional.
is required.
You're talking about your problem in the friend circle. I understand everybody has a friend circle, that inner circle, your soul circle of yours.
Mhm.
But if you are having some problem, please come to the professional health check.
Very rightly said. And I would like to come back to you, Dr. Parveen. How do you manage to be so fit and also take care of your profession? So this fitness regime that you follow, maybe how do you keep yourself healthy?
See, physically, I have a lot of scope to become fitter. I agree with that. But yes, so it starts from here.
Yes, exactly.
It starts from here. Fitness starts from your mind. So I believe, people say that women can't have it all. I beg to differ. Women can have all that matters.
Yes.
So you choose your battles. You decide what is important for you in life. Don't try to have everything which the other person X, Y, or Z is having. So I'll give my own example. Spending time with my children, enjoying time with them, giving time to myself, be it reading a book, listening to music, watching movies, and giving time to my profession. These are more important to me. I wouldn't care about having the most pretty house in the neighborhood. I wouldn't. That's not my priority. My house may be in a bit of a chaos. It's not my priority. It doesn't affect me. But having time for me and my family and my profession is important. So decide what is important for you. that will relax your mind immensely. Stop fretting about certain things which are not so important. I don't have this, I don't have that, right? Have a support system. Because in the end, if I have to give time to myself for exercise, for my mental health, I have to have time. How do I get time? It's by delegating. You have a family, you have friends, you have a support system. Delegate work. Let people do their own works. Let them do in their way. You know, you have ladies, no, I can't let my husband or child into the kitchen, they make a mess out of it. So what? Let them go, let them make a cup of tea for you. My son is 11 years, we love when he gets us a cup of tea. He may have dirtied the slab in the kitchen. So what? I'll just go, I'll mop it up. But give them, delegate work to them. So once you have a support system, and India, we are blessed. I mean, we get a chance to live with our in-laws. You know, it's a blessing to be living with our elders. Take that support system, and believe me, they can do a better job of raising our children than we can.
Yes.
It's a better job.
I totally agree.
Right. So once you have this, and of course your friend circle, you know, make time for that. So once you're happy here, you'll find everything else trickles down to the best.
Wow, what a great message that we have from you. I would like to come to you. I know that you just now told me that you also sing. Now, I wish I could ask you to sing for us.
Why
but
not?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Why not?
Why
Ask
not?
her what
Yes.
she can't do. She can do everything.
And I would really from my heart want to say that you have that beautiful aura to you. After seeing so much, still you carry that, you know, charismatic personality. Now here coming back, how do you manage to keep yourself fit? You know, this fitter mind, fitter you, and keeping that smile and being so strong.
It's a very good question actually. So this was post-COVID, because in COVID we dealt with very, very sick patients, and I had to be in the hospital in my PP at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I used to come out at about 8 or 9 in the evening. So that is when I used to get free, and this kind of lifestyle was there for almost about 1.5 to 2 years. And then during that period I didn't used to eat, drink or do anything during the day. When I used to come back home, I used to eat like a pig. I mean, it was like so much of hunger, so much of thirst. I put on weight like anything, to the extent that when I started climbing upstairs, I used to have pain in my knees. And that was the signal that I felt in myself, I need to do something for myself. So that is when I got the inspiration to start yoga.
Oh wow.
So I started yoga about 1.5 to 2 years ago, and I'm proud to say पहले मैं बहुत मोटी थी, अब मैं बहुत पतली हो गई, not पतली, अब मैं बहुत healthy हो गई. So that is something which really transformed me actually. It changed everything inside me, including my physical health, my mental health, the way I used to think about myself. It gave me that connection with myself. You also meditate during the yoga, so that connection became stronger and stronger day by day, and my singing became better.
Wow.
So for your health, both the things are important, your physical as well as your mental health. For your mental health, what you can do is go back to your hobbies. Whatever you enjoyed during the childhood, start doing it. It will have an immense impact for your day-to-day life as well. So it percolates into your what you're kind of doing in complex situations also. So it becomes very, very easy to deal with very complex situations, because you're at peace with yourself, you're happy, you're a better person, you're connected to yourself. That is how you can connect better with the environment. So yoga actually transformed me, and I now diligently follow it. I was just talking to Dr. Vanita in the morning. I missed my exercise schedule in the morning, and then when we were climbing up the stairs here, she said it'll compensate.
balanced.
Don't worry, it's balanced.
So this once you start to do something, you know, it becomes a habit, and then you start to enjoy. Wonderful advices that I got today. I really loved this interview. I have to say from the bottom of my heart, I was in jitters when I started, but now I feel so comfortable, and I wish I could just go on and just keep on doing this wonderful thing. And I know you're doctors, you have to be at your workplace, and I'm again thankful to each of you from the bottoms of my heart once again, and from the team of newsmakers for coming in here and giving your inputs on this special day of Women's Day. Thank you, Dr. Vinita, for you being here, for Dr. Parveen, Dr. Vinny and Dr. Suprita. Superb smile.
The last words,
Yes.
if I could add for the females.
Yes, please go ahead.
So one is health checkup, which is very, very important. You have to take care of your physical health, the mental health as I spoke about it, exercising. very very important. So exercise takes care of a lot of things, including obesity, which is a harbinger for many of the metabolic syndromes which we see these days. One of them is of course cardiac diseases. The second is PCOD, which has become very very common in females, and the solution lies in exercise. The infertility will go if you exercise. And there are many other problems, including surgical problems, wherein you have anorectal problems due to obesity, because during the childbirth there are n number of problems which can happen. So physical activity is very very important. The fifth and the very important advice is include nuts, fruits and colorful plate vegetables in your diet. So that is going to transform your diet altogether. It will give you the essential amount of nutrients which you need. Be happy, be physically fit.
Wow. Thank you once again, Dr. Vinny. And this is what we were needing to hear, all of us. We need to start. If in case we aren't doing it, let's just start from today. Let's just take care of ourselves. We are our best friends. Start to have self-love. So here, thanks once again to all my doctors. And thank you, my dear friends, for always giving so much of love and support to us. You think you too have a story to share? Our email is here reflecting. You can also send us your story and we will be very happy to share here. So here's Simran signing off with the promise that I will be back soon with another panelist and they will be sharing their success stories. Stay hooked and stay blessed. Goodbye.